I'm so sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. I just hairsprayed my hair and my air doctor started going off. If you guys don't know what the air doctor is, please pause this video and go Google it and look into it. I am obsessed. I purchased it on a whim because my allergies are super bad. This thing is amazing. It is super strong. I sprayed my hairspray 2 rooms away from where the air doctor is and it picked it up. It's truly amazing. I'm not sponsored in any way by them, but it's amazing if you suffer with allergies, if there's a lot of pollen in your area, if you have animals, really anything. I think everybody should have one of these. They're not cheap, but they have my seal of approval. Tangent is over. But sorry if you can hear that. Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole, and I was just cleaning out my makeup, kind of getting ready to do my friend's makeup for her wedding in a few weeks. And I started to look at a lot of my makeup and think, you know what? That was one of my ride or die products. Do I still love it? So I gathered all of my 2019, 2020, some of these are probably from 2018 to be honest, makeup favorites, and I thought we would try them today and just see if I still love them. If you guys have been following along, and I'm sure you're in the same boat, ever since COVID hit, I have just kind of really enjoyed not wearing makeup. I know it sounds weird. I still love makeup. I still, will always love makeup. I follow all the makeup trends. I just really like letting my skin breathe, and I've been really working on my skin and I'm comfortable in it. So I've kind of changed since COVID how I apply my makeup and how much I apply and really how often I wear it. Please let me know down below if you're in the same boat or if I'm just living over here on an island by myself. So I don't have a primer to start, but if I did, I'd be using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer, basically the primer to their setting spray here. I recently decluttered all of my makeup, all of the makeup that I thought was expired, that looked old, that I didn't use, and that Pretty Fresh one was pretty old. So I got rid of it, but that's definitely what I would be using, and I'm 99.99999% positive I would still love that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip over that and just give myself a little bit of a spritz with the setting spray. Love that stuff. So let's jump into foundation, you guys. I saw one of my Snapchats come up from Snapchat. Who uses Snapchat anymore? Instagram stories from 2 years ago talking about the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better foundation and skincare. Do you guys remember how much I love this? In that Instagram story, I zoomed in on my face and I was like, this isn't a filter at all. This is just my skin with this foundation, and I loved it. So I'm super excited to try this because I have not worn this in a long time. This might even be on the verge of being expired because it's probably been over 12 months, but let me zoom you guys in. I'm also going to be using my AOA Studio Paw Paw sponges. These are the best sponges. I just haven't used them in a very long time. I've been coveting this one because this is my last sponge. I need to repurchase these. These are $1.55 and the best sponges ever. So I'm going to mix the color. It's been so long since I played with makeup, I forget how to find colors. I have Light Warm 23 and Fair Neutral 1. Fair Neutral is going to be too light. This is going to be too dark, so I'm just going to mix them together and give it a real good shake. Might be a little dark for my skin right now, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm probably going to take this off after I do this video. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll really enjoy it. So I'm just going to use that, and then with what's left on the back of my hand, I'm just going to kind of dot my sponge in that so there's a little bit of a layer so the sponge doesn't pick up the foundation. And I'm just going to go ahead and bounce. I also find, and you guys will have to let me know if you feel this way too, when I'm fair, sometimes I won't like a foundation, but when I'm, tan, I have my self-tan on because I avoid the sun at all costs, I'll like a foundation. It's so strange. I don't know what the deal with that is, but let me know if you guys self-tan, if you have that same experience. I can already tell you I really like how this looks. It might be because I'm so not used to applying any kind of foundation or having any, true foundation on my skin because it's really been a while, but this is gorgeous. All right, yep, I definitely still love that. I even love that now because I put on such a thin layer. You could still see my skin under, so my skin just looks a little bit better than it normally does. It gives you the most beautiful candlelit glow. It's not overly glowy where you look like greasy. It's just beautiful. It really does look like your skin, but better. So that's a definite yes. I still love it. So let's move on to concealer. I have two, and I can't decide between what I want to do. I have the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in light beige. Don't ask me why I repurchased this. I just did because I used to love this. This goes back to like probably 2017. This was the only concealer I used, so I'm tempted to use it because I haven't used it since I picked it up a while ago. I also have the Pat McGrath Labs concealer. Love this one as well. And then as I'm dropping things onto my white carpet, I also have the e.l.f. concealer, which you guys know I fell in love with this last year. I just have really been using non-full coverage concealers. So you know what, since I said I'm doing like 2020 favorites, let's go in with the e.l.f. because this baby is so beautiful. I want to see if I still like how full coverage it is. You guys know I just do like a bop 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 kind of situation here. And you know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start blending it out with my finger to start, and then I'll just tap over that with the sponge. I really like using my fingers to apply concealer because the warmth really helps just kind of like melt it into the skin. Yes, still beautiful, still a ride or die. I love it. Even though it's a full coverage concealer, using just a little bit, tapping it in with your finger and then kind of patting off the excess with your sponge so it kind of picks up any excess, it works perfectly. I love it. So you guys know I haven't been into setting my under eyes for a very long time, but I did have a period of time where I was very obsessed with a Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder, mouthful. So I'm gonna give this a go because this has made it through all of my declutters. So I'm gonna take this Sigma Practic concealer brush and just do that and really kind of tap off any excess. I don't like to set my under eyes because I have fine lines under my eyes, right? I smile all the time and you see how that creases. I prefer to just let it be, not set it, so I could just kind of tap it out with my finger and keep it emollient throughout the day, but I want to see if I still like this. So I'm probably not going to know until like a couple hours if I see if this looks creasy. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make sure there's no creases and very lightly just tap like that. I mean, it is blurring. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but this definitely looks more blurred than this side, which is why this has made it from declutter to declutter to declutter. So right now I'm liking it. So for bronzer, you guys know how much I fell in love with the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow Faux Tan Cream Bronzer. This just blended out so beautifully. There's my sponge. And it has like the most natural sheen to it. It's not too matte, it's not too shiny, it's beautiful. So I want to give this a go. It's been quite a while since I used this, so I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm going to take it on the concealer side. I'm just going to kind of apply. I guess I'm going to have to use this side actually to blend. I should have just used the other side. That's what happens when you're out of practice, but see how easy this blends? It's just truly effortless. It takes very, very little effort to blend it out. It looks really nice and natural. I need to apply a little bit more. The only problem is this stains your sponge. Now, once I have this on here, my sponge is definitely gonna be stained kind of brown, but it's okay. So I'm a little bit on the fence with this one. I really like how it looks. I like the effect. Like I said, it has a really pretty sheen to it, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, if they stopped making this, I wouldn't be upset, but I would purchase it again. I hope that makes sense. So I don't know if I'd categorize it as like a ride or die, but I do really like having it. My camera is overheating, so I'll be right back. All right, so next up, I have the Milani Cheek Kiss liquid blush in Nude Flush. You guys know, again, I was obsessed with this stuff. They actually sent this to me and I fell in love with it. So I'm just gonna do, that might be a little too much. It's been a while. I did not mean to flip you off. Just gonna do a little bit of that. And I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and use a brush to blend this out since that sponge is now covered in bronzer. So this is just my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Pretty. It's so pretty. It just gives you the perfect kiss of blush. It has, again, the most beautiful sheen to it. Did you see how there's work time or play time as well? I had, you know, I took, I don't know, 20 seconds to blend that, maybe 15, and this didn't leave any kind of patchiness. A lot of times pigmented blushes and bronzers will do that. Love the playtime with this. Love how easy it blends. I mean, I'm good to go like that, but you know me, I'm like queen of blending here, so I'll keep blending it if that little hair would get out of the way. It's just so pretty. This is a really, really good place to start with liquid cream blush because they can be very intimidating. This will, you know, allow you playtime and you won't go overboard with this because it's not like crazy pigmented, and it's just, beautiful. Definite ride or die. All right, and as far as highlight, you know I couldn't do a video like this without bringing out my Becca, Khloe, and Malika palette. This is a fresh new one, has not been christened yet, and I'm gonna grab the highlight from this. This entire palette is a ride or die. I still love it. It's beautiful, but this highlight is just the most stunning thing. I might even pop a little blush on top of it because, you know, that's so minimal. So let's do that actually. I'm gonna grab this Wet n Wild Fire Dragon Ice Dragon brush and I'm just gonna pop into both of the blushes here back and forth and just apply a little bit. Again, the most beautiful sheen. This is why I don't buy like the Hourglass, you know, kind of same baked palette or the Jaclyn Hill palette, because this seriously does it for me. I'm so sad that they discontinued it. It might still be online. It was for a very, very long time, severely discounted, but just beautiful. I love it. I was talking to a friend about articles. We were reading articles about, you know, the best product for this, the best product for that, and it's hard because these articles are still out there, right? That like are 2-3 years old, and you just wonder, like, is this still the best product? Has something else come out that's better? And you just don't know what to trust. So it's kind of nice to go back and revisit products like this that you haven't worn for a while or you forgot about. Are they still your favorites? I feel like people feel that way about the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I don't like that anymore personally, but yeah, it's just kind of fun to go back and revisit old favorites like this. 100% yes, a ride or die forever. So my camera, again, is overheating. It's because I'm sitting in the sun and like 3 windows are open and it's hot. I'm in a sweater too, like I'm hot. So my camera is definitely feeling the pain, but I'm gonna try the Milani Precision Brow in medium brown. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't even do my brows anymore. Like, you could tell, okay? These brows do not look good. They need to be groomed. I'm waiting until my friend's wedding to go to my brow girl and get them, you know, perfect. But anyway, all I do is apply a little bit of my Benefit 24-hour brow set and I'm good to go. So I have not actually done my brows in a very long time. So to let my camera cool down and just take the time it takes to get these in line, I'm gonna turn the camera off, do that, set them up with a 24-hour brow set. I feel like this is still gonna be a ride or die because it's just absolutely amazing, but I'll do that and let you know in a second. So brows are done. Definitely both still ride or die products. Absolutely love them. If you are a beginner with brows, pick up this Milani brow pencil because it doesn't deposit too much color at once, but it's also buildable. It's really nice and precise. You can do brow-like strokes. You can also carve out your brows. Really, really good product. Absolutely love it. And you know, the Benefit 24-hour brow set is my ride or die forever. It is the only, I'm telling you, it is the only, I've tried them all, brow setter or brow gel clear brow gel that will actually keep your brows in place all day long. They will not move. So for eyes, I fell in love with the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette. I think it was last year. I was like really late to the game on this one. So I'm just gonna pop a couple of the colors in here. I'm gonna do Lovely Bunch and maybe a little bit of Culotta just to kind of carve out the like shape of my very hooded eye. And then I'm gonna apply a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow because you guys know these were my ride or die for a very long time, and I don't do really anything as of late to my eyes. Sometimes I'll pop a bronzer in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, you know, do a little bit of a shape and then add that, and I'm sure I'm still gonna love this palette. Just blends really easy. I mean, look at that, like done. Done. So easy. Bless you, bud. Literally zero fallout whatsoever. That took me like 2 minutes and I was not being careful at all. It was just kind of frivolously blending. So definitely a ride or die. Pick this up. Like, do yourself a favor, pause this video, pick this up. I think this is like 12 bucks, 150% worth every last penny. So I just kind of applied that in the crease and under the eye. So I'm just gonna take this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Feline Good. I purchased these like a year ago and just never used them ever. So this is the first time I'm going to be using it, and you guys know Super Shock shadows have been my ride or die, especially if you have hooded eyes. It's a good way to kind of apply glitter where it's not going to fall out everywhere, I hope, typically. So let's just kind of tap that on. It's always hard if you have hooded eyes like mine to like get in that really itty bitty inner corner there. The thing is though, once you apply these, you don't really want to blend much after, otherwise there will be fallout because you're gonna knock some of the glitter out. But my goodness, is that beautiful. 100% still a ride or die. Gorgeous. You want to just work in very light layers with this too. Don't like clump it on all at once. Just like add a little bit to your finger. Tap it on. I kind of like to go up a little bit in the center so your eye kind of is drawn up. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Pick this color up if it's still available. Feline Good. The glitter in it is like pink but also silver, and there might be even a little bit of like purple in there. So pretty. I'm gonna grab the highlight from the Khloe palette and just pop that on the inner corner. So for liner, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop X Christie Woodsy, I think, or Woods. It looks like it says Woods, but I thought this was called Woodsy. Whatever it is, her brown liner. I fell in love with this color. I'm typically a nude liner person, but I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this on and see what I think, because I remember absolutely loving this, and I just saw her do a video where she wore it, and I was like, it's such a unique kind of like reddish brown warm color. See how pretty that is? Really pops if you have blue eyes like I do, or green like hers. I think hers are green. It goes on so easy too. It's just really, really nice and creamy. Definitely still a ride or die. All of the ColourPop liners are beautiful. They're creamy. They go on easy. They last all day. Love it. All right, so for mascara, this is a throwback, okay? This is what started my obsession with tubing mascara. I don't know if it was the Thrive first or the Snapscara, but I use Thrive on a day-to-day if I'm gonna use mascara, but I saw that I had this and had to give it a try. I still have the Maybelline Snapscara. I can't remember when I repurchased this, but I'm gonna give it a try and see if I love it as much as I love my Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash extensions. I think I found this, yeah, when I did that Gigi Hadid video. That feels like ages ago, but I tried this and I fell in love with it. So let's give it a try. Theo is right behind the camera if you hear snorting. All right, so I think I still like the Thrive better, but for a drugstore tubing mascara, This is beautiful. Look at it. It's lengthened, it's separating, and the best thing about it is all you need is water to take it off. It literally tubes off your lashes, which I love, especially if you have sensitive eyes. I just really like how separating and lengthening this is. I'm gonna tell you guys too, not wearing makeup very often, my lashes have gotten so much longer. I'm not using anything at all on my lashes, no serums, nothing. It's just from not, you know, going in with lashes and lash glue and product. It really makes a difference. The sun is really starting to come in now. I need to start hurrying up. This has been so fun. I've been like savoring every moment of it. So I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Sugar and Spice lip liner. I know I'm gonna love this. These are my ride or dies for the last like 3 years, and I have used this on occasion, so I know I'm still gonna love it. So I'm just gonna quickly kind of line. Do not waste your money on MAC lip pencils. These are the exact same thing and $2.99. Just amazing. And as for lipstick, you guys know I'm the biggest fan of Lisa Eldridge. I absolutely love her and look up to her. So I've purchased like all of her lipsticks, but I've always been afraid to use them because I'm scared that they're gonna go away. But why purchase a product to just have it sit in your drawer or on display and not use it? I get it if it's on display, I guess, but mine's just in, you know, my Alley Glinds, my favorite Alley Glinds makeup containers, and I want to use them and show them off. So I picked up Go Lightly for today, and I'm gonna lightly apply this as the ambulances continue to go by. I love this color. How pretty is that? What a beautiful summer color. This is staying out. She is not gonna be hidden away in my drawer any longer. This is stunning. Okay, so finally, you know, I fell in love with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss last year as well. Just a beautiful drugstore, huge container. I can't find my other two. I'm sure I lost them in purses because I've used them and I just throw them in whatever purse I'm taking along the way. So I just have the clear one, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on. Again, this was like a Gigi Hadid inspired purchase, not purpose. And then of course, to finally set everything, I'm gonna grab that ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Once again, I would be using my Charlotte Tilbury Setting Mist. This is like tied with that, but I'm out of the Charlotte Tilbury, but that is so gorgeous. I think I purchased that this year though. I can't remember, but I love them both. Don't be fooled. I talk about this all the time. You don't need to like crazy set your face. You only need a couple of spritzes and you're good to go. All right, you guys, so that is it for this full face of 2020, 2019, 2018, some 2017 makeup favorites. I think this was so fun to do. I absolutely love how my makeup looks. In all honesty, I would still use every single one of these products. The only product, like I said, that I think I, wouldn't be like crazy upset if they stopped making it would be the Bare Minerals. But with that said, I love how my bronzer looks. I love how everything looks. I really do still like the Pat McGrath powder as well. This hasn't gotten super crepey or anything. It's really lightweight. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. If you were still curious about these products, let me know what kinds of makeup videos you guys want to see. I know you still want to see hooded eye videos. This is really as intense as I get with my makeup. I keep it really light, really easy. I think this is super fresh. This is also a really nice kind of transitional summer to fall, just change up the lip kind of makeup as well if you wanted to follow along. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, as always, let me know down below. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, I don't only do makeup on here. I've kind of started sprinkling in decor, which I'm super obsessed with right now. Definitely subscribe and give me a follow on Instagram, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.